From translation, ISV International Standard Version. This 41 day of the year. Today we are reading passages Leviticus 26 to 27. Leviticus chapter 26, verses 1 to 46. You are not to make for yourselves idols, or set up for yourselves an image or a sacred stone, or place a carved stone in your land to bow down to it, because I am the Lord your God. You are to keep my Sabbaths and to revere my sanctuary. I am the Lord. If you follow my statutes and carefully obey my commandments, then I will give you your rains in their season, so that the land will yield its produce and the trees of the field will bear their fruit. Your threshing will continue until the grape harvest, and the grape harvest will continue until the time for sowing. You will eat your bread until you have plenty and will live securely in your land. I will grant peace in the land, and you will lie down with no one to frighten you. I will eliminate dangerous animals from the land, and no sword will pass through your land. You will chase your enemies, and they will fall by the sword before you. 5 of you will chase 100, and 100 of you will chase 10,000. Your enemies will fall by the sword before you. I will turn to you, make you fruitful, and multiply you. I will establish my covenant with you. You will eat the old supply and clear out the old to make room for the new. I will place my dwelling place among you, and I will not reject you. I will walk among you and be your God, and you will be my people. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt so that you would not be their slaves. I broke the bars of your yoke and made you walk with heads held high. However, if you do not obey me and do not carefully follow all my commandments, and if you reject my statutes, and if your soul abhors my ordinances so that you do not follow all my commandments, but break my covenant, then I will do this to you. I will bring sudden terror on you, consumption and fever that will cause your eyes to fail and your life to waste away. You will sow your seed in vain because your enemies will eat it. I will set my face against you, and you will be defeated by your enemies. Those who hate you will rule over you, and you will flee when no one is pursuing you. If despite these things you still do not obey me, then I will discipline you 7 times more for your sins. I will break the pride of your power, and I will make your sky like iron and your ground like bronze. Your strength will be spent in vain, because your ground will not yield its produce, and the trees of the land will not bear their fruit. If you walk contrary to me and are not willing to obey me, then I will bring 7 times more plagues on you according to your sins. I will send wild animals against you, and they will bereave you of your children, destroy your livestock, and reduce your numbers until your roads are deserted. If despite these things, you do not learn your lesson but continue to walk contrary to me, then I too will walk contrary to you, and I will strike you 7 times for your sins. I will bring a sword against you to execute vengeance for the covenant, and if you gather in your cities, I will send a pestilence among you, and you will be delivered into the hand of the enemy. When I break your staff of bread, 10 women will bake your bread in one oven, and they will dole out your bread by weight, and you will eat but not be satisfied. If despite this, you do not obey me but continue to walk contrary to me, then in my anger I will be hostile toward you, and I will discipline you 7 times for your sins. You will eat the flesh of your sons and the flesh of your daughters. I will destroy your high places, cut down your incense altars, and heap your dead bodies on the remains of your idols. I will detest you. I will make your cities a waste, and will make your sanctuaries desolate, and I will take no delight in the soothing aroma of your offerings. I will make the land desolate, so that your enemies who settle in it will be appalled at it. I will scatter you among the nations, and I will draw out a sword after you. Your land will become a desolate waste, and your cities will be a ruin. Then the land will enjoy its Sabbaths as long as it lies desolate, while you are in your enemy's land. At that time the land will rest and enjoy its Sabbaths. As long as it lies desolate, it will have the rest it did not have in your Sabbaths when you lived on it. I will make the hearts of those in the land faint with dread of those who are left. The sound of a driven leaf will pursue them, and even when no one is pursuing, they will flee as if from the sword, and will fall. They will stumble over one another as if before a sword, though no one is pursuing them. You will have no power to stand before your enemies. You will perish among the nations, and the land of your enemies will devour you. As for those of you who are left, I will send faintness into their hearts in the lands of their enemies. The sound of a driven leaf will pursue them, and they will flee as if from the sword, and fall, even though no one is pursuing them. They will confess their iniquity and the iniquity of their ancestors, because they broke faith with me and were hostile toward me, so that I also walked contrary to them and brought them into the land of their enemies. Then, if their uncircumcised hearts become humbled, and they accept the punishment for their iniquity, then I will remember my covenant with Jacob, and also my covenant with Isaac, and also my covenant with Abraham, and I will remember the land. For the land will be abandoned by them, and will enjoy its Sabbaths as long as it lies desolate. They will accept the punishment for their iniquity, because they rejected my ordinances and their soul abhorred my statutes. Yet even in spite of this, when they are in the land of their enemies, I will not reject them or abhor them to make a complete end of them, breaking my covenant with them. I am the Lord their God. But I will remember for them the covenant with their ancestors, whom I brought out of the land of Egypt in the sight of the nations, to be their God. I am the Lord. These are the statutes, ordinances, and laws that the Lord made between himself and the Israelites through Moses on Mount Sinai. Leviticus chapter 27, verses 1 to 34. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the Israelites and tell them, when anyone makes a special vow to the Lord concerning the value of persons, then the value of a male from 20 to 60 years old shall be 50 shekels of silver, according to the sanctuary shekel. If it is a female, her value is 30 shekels. If it is from 5 to 20 years old, the value for a male shall be 20 shekels, and for a female, 10 shekels. If it is from 1 month to 5 years old, the value for a male shall be 5 shekels of silver, and for a female, 3 shekels of silver. If it is from 60 years old or more, the value for a male shall be 15 shekels, and for a female, 10 shekels. If the person making the vow is too poor to pay the valuation, then the person to be dedicated shall be presented to the priest, and the priest shall set the value for him. The priest shall set the value according to what the person making the vow can afford. If the vow concerns a kind of animal that may be offered as an offering to the Lord, such an animal given to the Lord shall be holy. The person cannot exchange or substitute it, either a good one for a bad one or a bad one for a good one. If in fact he does substitute one animal for another, then both it and its substitute shall be holy. If the vow concerns an unclean animal, one that is not acceptable as an offering to the Lord, then the animal shall be presented to the priest. The priest shall determine its value, whether it is good or bad, and its value shall be as the priest sets it. If the person redeems it, he must add 1/5 to its valuation. When a person dedicates a house as holy to the Lord, the priest shall determine its value. If the person redeems it, he must add 1/5 to its valuation, and it shall be his. If the person dedicates to the Lord a piece of his hereditary land, then the priest shall determine its value. In the year of Jubilee it shall be released, and its valuation shall stand. If the person dedicates to the Lord a piece of land that he is buying, whether a field or a plot, he must add 1/5 to its valuation, and it shall be his in perpetuity. If he dedicates his field in the year of Jubilee, it shall stand according to your valuation. But if he dedicates his field after the Jubilee, the priest shall calculate its valuation according to the years remaining until the next year of Jubilee, and it shall be deducted from your valuation. If the person who dedicated the field redeems it, he must add 1/5 to its valuation, and it shall be his. If, however, he does not redeem the field, or if he has sold the field to another person, it can no longer be redeemed. When the field is released in the Jubilee, it shall be holy to the Lord, like a field that has been set apart, and it shall become the priest's property. If a person dedicates to the Lord a field that he has bought, which is not part of his hereditary land, then the priest shall calculate its valuation up to the year of Jubilee, and the person must add 1/5 to its valuation. On that day the field becomes the priest's property. In the Jubilee, the field shall return to him from whom it was bought, to whom the land belongs as hereditary property. All your valuations shall be according to the sanctuary shekel, 20 gerahs to the shekel, but no one can dedicate the firstborn of an animal, because the firstborn already belongs to the Lord. Whether it is an ox, a sheep, or a goat, it is the Lord's. If it is an unclean animal, one that may not be offered as an offering to the Lord, then it shall be presented to the priest, and the priest shall determine its value. If the person redeems it, he must add 1/5 to its valuation. Nothing that a person sets apart as holy to the Lord from what he owns can be sold or redeemed. Anything that is set apart for destruction is most holy to the Lord. No person who is set apart for destruction may be redeemed, he shall surely be put to death. All the tithe of the land, whether of the seed of the land or of the fruit of the trees, is the Lord's. It is holy to the Lord. Whoever would redeem any of his tithes must add 1/5 to it. All the tithe of the herd or the flock, whatever passes under the shepherd's rod, the 10th shall be holy to the Lord. He must not examine whether it is good or bad, and he must not exchange it. But if he does exchange it, then both it and its substitute shall be holy. It shall not be redeemed. These are the commandments that the Lord gave to Moses for the Israelites on Mount Sinai.